Hello everyone, it's Keith from Amped Publishing, and today I'm going to review a application called ConnectAudience. Now this is basically it allows you the ability to sync your autoresponder into a Facebook custom audience, okay, and it kind of does that all automatically for you. Now before I go on with the demonstration, I want to kind of explain what you're looking at here. What you're looking at is Connectio apps. Now the vendor Wilco DeCryo is pretty much kind of the guru when it comes to Facebook advertising and automating that advertising. So what he has here is really you're looking at a suite of products. Now the product that's actually launching on September 15th is ConnectAudience. But you're actually looking at the funnel. So in most of my review videos, I always talk about the funnel and kind of what you get, so you know what to expect when you purchase. Okay, so what you're seeing here is basically the entire funnel. This is the front end product, ConnectAudience. Connect Leads is the first one-time offer, which basically allows you to sync your lead ads from Facebook into your autoresponder. Which Facebook currently does not do. So that connects, it makes that bridge between Facebook and your autoresponder when you're collecting leads through Facebook. And then there's Connect Retarget, which is the last one-time offer. And what this does is you can run, just like it says, behavioral retargeting campaigns based on actions that are taken on your website, okay? So I'm not going to get too deep into what these do. I'm going to actually create two separate videos for these and review each of them as well. If you are curious about that, you can subscribe now and just turn your notifications on. And basically, when I upload those videos, you'll be notified that they're there to look at, okay? So for now, I'm going to just concentrate on ConnectAudience, okay? So basically what you have is settings. One thing I wanted to talk about here was the autoresponder integrations. There are about 50 different autoresponders that this integrates with. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that not every one of the 50 will connect and work with ConnectAudience, okay? It really depends on the autoresponder's API and what it allows you to do. And some APIs just are not that robust, so ConnectAudience would not work with those. Now, it does work with pretty much the major ones, GetResponse, SendGrid, things like that. But you just want to make sure, I just want to throw that out there for transparency, that not every single autoresponder will work with ConnectAudience, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. It's as far as settings go, that's really all you have to worry about is hooking up an autoresponder, okay? So we'll go and hop over to the dashboard here, and I'll actually create a new one. This is an audience that I've created off for one of my autoresponders. Okay, so let's just go ahead and add a new one. Now, what you're going to do is you're actually going to connect to Facebook. Sorry, I kind of skipped that. If you go to General, what you're going to do is you're going to connect with Facebook, and it works just like any other connection. If you've connected with Facebook through any other apps, it's the same thing. It's just going to ask you, I think it's two prompts to say OK to, and just hit those, and then you're connected, okay? So what you'll see then is once you make that connection, you're going to see what audience account you're. So basically, these are my two different Facebook ad accounts, okay? So you can pick which one, you want to use for this particular audience, all right? And we're going to give it a name, and I'm just going to call it Demo for now. And you can also apply tags to this particular audience, okay? So it could be, whatever you want. If it's, some sort of video, list that you're collecting, where maybe it's video software or whatever it might be, whatever niche, you can apply tags to them to make it easier to search for later, okay? And now you can pick the autoresponders that you connect, all right? So I've connected my GetResponse account. And what it's going to do is basically give you all the lists, so you can choose which list you want to use. All right. So where this comes in, now the power of it really is you can really segment these audiences really, really well. Okay, if you're into affiliate marketing and you're selling, let's just say, a wide array of software products, like I said, video, SEO, lead collection, whatever it may be, you should really be segmenting your list based on the buyers, so that when the next promotion comes up that's similar to let's say a video promotion, you can then retarget that list because they're already interested in video. Okay, so that's how you really should be segmenting your lists, anyways, in your autoresponders. And what this is going to allow me to do is actually build a Facebook audience based on those buyers, okay? So what you can do is you're going to see there's a filter here, and you're going to get different basically parameters that you can use. Okay, so the first one is subscribed to the email list. Okay, so it's just really anybody in the list that you choose. Now you can add ands or ors to these as well. So if I wanted to say, he's subscribed to this particular list and has let's see, has opened the message. Okay, so let's just say that they've opened the message. Now these are actually the campaigns that I've created in my autoresponder in this particular list, right? Okay, so I can choose any one of these lists to say, okay, well now if they're subscribed to this list and they've opened the message, then let's go ahead and retarget them because you know that they had some sort of interest because they actually opened the message. You can also do the clicked, so click is definitely, one that definitely shows that they have some interest in it, okay? All right, so you can go ahead and you'll be able to choose that. And now you can even choose the link of whatever was inside of this particular email. It's going to pull those links out as well. So you can say, hey, they actually clicked on my bonus page or the sales page link, whichever links you have in there. You can get that specific, okay? Now, you can also actually even create more. I mean, you can say, okay, let's do and is also subscribed to, this list, okay? So you can have multiple lists. You can create this and build this out as much as you want, as specific as you want to get, or just create brand new audiences for each of your autoresponders. It's really up to you, okay? You can create a new filter right there. You can start a new one if you want to get out of this particular and or situation, and you just want it to be straight up. I don't want it to be and. I want this to go away, and I just want it to be this particular set of filters as well as anybody that's on this list. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Now it's giving me an audience size of 0 because I don't have any subscribers in these particular audiences. Let me see if I pick one. Let's see here. Try that one. Nope, no, that one doesn't. Oh, you know why? It's because this one's here. Let me get rid of this. And because I never sent that email to them. So let's go ahead and see that. Okay, there we go. So now we have 140. Now, one thing to keep in mind is with a Facebook audience, I believe you have to have a minimum of, it's either 20 or 100 for the audience to even kick in. Okay, like Facebook won't, it'll just give you an error that says your audience isn't big enough. So you want to make sure that you at least have a sizable, audience of a minimum of 100, people on that in that audience. Okay. Now you can choose whether you want it to publish to Facebook or not. You're going to agree to the terms. Now you can allow removal of context. So this is basically whenever the audience update happens, it's basically clearing out everybody in that audience and adding one, and then adding whatever else is in that list to it. Just doing it over again. Okay. Now you can update this audience on a daily basis. Okay. So you can choose when you want it to actually update, and it'll do it once a day. So if you're getting new leads in all the time, you're going to want to keep building that audience, right? And at that point, what you can do is you can create the audience, okay? So what this is going to do is it's actually going to create this in my Facebook account. So I'll go ahead and just create the audience and kind of show you what that looks like. All right, so here, now it's got its status and it's going, so we want to make sure we give it a little bit of time to do so. But once it does, you're going to see right here, like this says not valid for a lookalike because there's the 100 people. That's what it is. It's a minimum of 100 to build a lookalike. If you're not familiar with what lookalike audiences are, it basically takes whatever's on that list and tries to find, and it goes by email address, so it basically tries to find any Facebook users that are using that particular email address as their login address. And what a lookalike audience will do is basically create a bigger, wider audience of people that have the same interests as the people on your list. Okay, so it just basically broadens that out a little bit. Okay, and also one other thing to realize is that your audience size may actually, it may not be the same, okay? I may see 100 here or 120 here, but I'll only see, 80 in Facebook. And that's because as I said, the email, what Facebook does is when it builds an audience, is it looks for accounts with those particular email addresses. So if you have a buyer on your list that does not have a Facebook account attached to that email, it won't show up in your audience because they have no way to then match that up and target that audience, right? So let's go ahead and just take a view here. We can look and see. Oh, okay, so it's still going. It's still working. I can show you one that I did before. There we go. Okay, so it's going to show me added 140 people. Perfect. All right, so that's good. It's demo. It has everything here, so this audience is ready to go. Now, what I can do is I can basically target these people, right? I know they're buyers. I know they're interested in video. If I want to now run a Facebook ad, I'm going to use this audience as the target, right? Because I want to target these types of people that are interested in video or whatever this particular audience is built around. Okay. And as I said, you can create lookalikes for these as well, which will broaden that audience. You can add new audiences. You can have these auto-updated, so you really never have to touch this again if you've got one particular list that you're just, it's kind of a broad list and you're just collecting leads and getting folks into that list. You just hit that update button here to make sure that it updates when you create this audience. It's just updated on a daily basis, and you really don't have to touch it anymore. So it'll always be building that audience up as leads come in. Okay, so that's basically ConnectAudience, but one thing I do want to show you is, and this goes for this learning center, goes for each of the 3 apps. What it is, it's basically a little bit of training here, but it also, he gives you strategies. Okay, so this comes with 7 different strategies minimum. Each of these Connect Leads and Connect Retarget each have their own strategies as well on how to really use this and how to capitalize on it. These are things that Wilco has been doing for years, and built this software for his own business. And said, hey, I guess, other people I think could probably get some use out of this, and I'm going to show them what I'm doing to actually make money using Facebook advertising. So great strategies here. I definitely suggest you check those out as well. Now, as I said, this is launching on September 15th, 2016. So go ahead and you can hit the link in the description. If you're interested, go ahead over there and pick it up. And stay tuned. I definitely will probably make some videos and reviews for these other 2 apps, so you can kind of see what they do, because when they're all together, it basically creates it's just a machine, really. It's an automated machine that's just going to constantly grab leads, create audiences from those, and then retarget them. So the whole thing as a suite is extremely powerful and extremely really time saving. The only thing you really need to do is create the ads and get those out on Facebook. All right. So thanks for joining me. Again, subscribe if you want to be notified of any other review videos that come up. And go ahead and click the link in the description below to get your copy today.